Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the brand Colores de Carol. I do have their Helsing'S Trophies collection, which goes on sale September 21st, as well as their Halloween birthday duo, which goes on sale October 1st and will only be available until October 31st. I do also have a 10% off coupon code. It's not an affiliate code, it's just 10% off for you as a thank you from Carolina for watching my video. It will be here on the screen as well as in the description box. So in the description box below, I will link the Colores de Carol site, I will link their Instagram page, and I will link my Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video. So we have 10, I already put all the polishes up, 10 things to look at today, 9. Let's go ahead and get started. So first we have the Invisible Man's Serum, and this is a clear base with a linear hollow and a like coppery bronze shimmer. So here's one coat of the Invisible Man's Serum over Susie, the First Lady of Nails by OPI. This has a perfect formula, easy to use, spreads out really evenly. It dries pretty glossy on its own and it's not difficult to take off. There's no running or pulling with this one either. So there is one coat. Up next we have the Mummy's Wrap, and this is a white crelly base with ultra chrome chameleon flakies that, I mean, they primarily look like a grayish black, which I believe there are those midnight flakies in there as well, but you can see that some of them have like a gold to pink shift to them. Here's our first coat of the Mummy's Wrap. This has a really good formula as well. There's no running or pulling or staining or anything like that with this. It is a little bit streaky here on this first coat, so I am going to build it up with a second coat. You do get a good amount of flakies out without having to do anything special, and it doesn't like overtake the base color either. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Depending on your application, you may want to go in for a third coat. Nothing in here dries textured, nothing in here is difficult to remove, and that shimmer gets kind of lost on the nail. I mean, it's there if you look close enough, but nobody besides yourself is really going to notice it. So there's 2 coats. Next up we have Draculas Fang, and this is a thermal base. So in the cold state here it is this like blackened base, and then it does go to a clear. It's got a green to pink shimmer and then a bunch of different size red glitter. Here's our first coat of Draculas Fang. This one also has a good formula. It's a little bit thinner than the last polish, but it's not difficult to work with by any means. It is pretty sheer here on this first coat, so it is one that's going to have to be built up. You get a pretty good amount of these glitters. I do wish there were more, but once it is built up, it does look nice and three-dimensional on the nail. This is starting to build up here in 2 coats. I am going to go in for a third coat though. The shimmer that's in here stands out really beautifully when it's in the black state, and then when it's in the like clear state, the red glitters stand out really well. So it is totally like wearing 2 different manicures. So this is completely opaque in 3 coats for me. You are going to want a nice glossy top coat to smooth out any texture that these glitters might make. And the removal isn't difficult, but you might have a couple pieces that stick around. So there's 3 coats. And here is the warm state, the cold state, and then a side-by-side. Next up we have the Wolfmans Fur, and this is a brown base with a gold to green shimmer and then packed with ultra chrome chameleon flakies. Here's our first coat of the Wolfmans Fur. This covers pretty well here on this first coat. It's obviously still not completely opaque, but it does have a really good, really easy to work with formula, not too thick or too thin or running or pooling or anything like that. The flakies spread out nice and evenly, and it doesn't create any kind of texture on the nail. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This one does dry down a little bit dull, so you will want a nice glossy top coat to finish this off, and a matte top coat would also help bring out both the shimmer and the flakies. Nothing in here is difficult to remove, so you're not going to need like a peel off base coat or pure acetone. So there's 2 coats. Up next we have the Creature's Gill, and this is a blue to green to purple at extreme angles multi-chrome. It is packed again with those ultra chrome chameleon flakies and a linear hollow. Here's our first coat of the Creature's Gill. This covers pretty well here on this first coat. I can still make my nail line, so I am going to go in for a second coat. The formula on this is flawless, not too thick or too thin. It applies really, really nice and smooth and even and buttery and everything that you want in a formula. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. Depending on your application, you may need to go in for a third, but I really don't see it happening. This does dry decently glossy on its own, but you will want a top coat to keep it lasting, and nothing in here is hard to remove. So there is 2 coats. And lastly from this collection we have the Frankenstein Monstrous Bolts, and this is coming off much lighter in camera than it is in person. This is actually a darker gray jelly base with white glitter and then a scattered hollow. Here's our first coat of the Frankenstein Monstrous Bolts. This has another good formula. It is a little bit on the thinner side compared to like the last couple polishes, but again, it's not hard to work with. Those glitters also don't take any manipulating to place on the nail or to get out of the bottle. So here's our second coat, and this does cover completely in 2 coats for me. This is going to dry down a little bit textured, so you will want 1, maybe 2 coats of a glossy top coat and a peel-off base coat because the things in here do want to stick to your nails, so it does take a little bit more elbow grease to remove. So there's 2 coats. And then moving on to the birthday Halloween duo, we have Am I a Witch? And this is a white crelly base packed with neon green, purple, and orange glitter. Some of them are hollow, some are matte, and then there are black back glitters as well. Here's our first coat of Am I a Witch? This is a white crelly, so it is going to need a little bit of building up, so it is a little bit on the sheer side. The formula on this is really good though, not too thick or too thin. It applies very nice and evenly, and these glitters don't take any kind of manipulation to get spread out evenly on the nail. So if you weren't super picky, you could get away with 2 coats here. I am going to go in for a third coat just because I didn't get any bats. So I'm going to go in and try to swirl around and get a couple bats. So here's our third coat, and spoiler alert, I only got 1 bat, but that's fine with me. I don't mind doing glitter placement when I'm actually wearing this. The glitter in here does dry textured, so you will want a nice thick glitter-eating glossy top coat to finish this off, as well as a peel-off base coat because these do stick. So there's 3 coats. And lastly for today we have My Halloween, and this is the same glitter mix that was in Am I a Witch, but it's in a clear base, so it does have those neon green, orange, and purple glitter, hollow glitter, and then the black bat glitters. And here's 1 coat of My Halloween over Floss Gloss's Neon Nacho. I am going in with a stick for glitter placement here to get some of these bats out. But the formula on this is also really good. It spreads out nice and evenly on the nail. It is going to dry a little textured, so you will want a nice glossy top coat to finish this off, as well as a peel-off base coat because these do stick as well. So there is 1 coat. So from the Helsing'S collection, the Mummy Wraps is my favorite. I have a super soft spot for white crellies. I love the flakies that are in here. I love the formula on this. I love the completed manicure of this. I think it goes really, really well with the name. It's just a great one. So if you can only get 1, I do highly recommend this. And then from the birthday duo, they're both my favorite. Am I a Witch is absolute perfection for Halloween. If you don't have this, you need this. Because this is in the white crelly base, and this is the same glitter mixture, but you can layer it over whatever. You can make jelly sandwiches with this. I think both of these are absolute perfection, and I think everybody could really use these in their collection for Halloween. If you are a seasonal / holiday wearer, these are perfection. And that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.